Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're decoding a technology that is completely transforming our daily environments. Now, when you hear the words window tint, you probably instantly picture those cheap, bubbly, purple-peeling films on old cars, right? Well, it is time to completely shift that perspective. Today, we're looking at modern window film technology. We're going to see how it's evolved from just a basic kind of cosmetic add-on into a highly advanced, super functional necessity that's literally powered by nanotechnology. So if you really want to understand the science, the technology, and the actual return on investment behind upgrading your glass, you are in exactly the right place.
Let's start with a reality check that I know pretty much all of us can relate to. Are you tired of opening your car door only to be hit by an absolute wall of heat? When it feels like you're stepping into a literal greenhouse. Or maybe you're just super frustrated by your AC bills skyrocketing during the summer just to keep your own living room comfortable? For those of us living and driving in sun-drenched places like Southern California or Texas, these really aren't just minor annoyances. They are universal, daily frustrations. The relentless sun is gorgeous for sure, but man, it demands a heavy toll on our comfort and our wallets.
Okay, let's dive into this. First, we'll look at the hidden costs of sunlight. Second, how advanced tinting works. Third, choosing your film technology. And finally, health, security, and savings.
Part 1. The hidden costs of sunlight. So the immediate, everyday challenge of the relentless sun begins right at your windows. Whether it's your car, your home, or a massive commercial office building, standard, untreated factory glass offers absolutely minimal protection against solar heat gain. In fact, it basically acts as a giant magnifying glass for solar energy. We call this the solar envelope weakness. It's exactly why your afternoon heat turns a perfectly comfortable living room into a sauna, or why you have to deal with that severe, blinding screen glare when you're just trying to work on your laptop at the office. The sun is quite literally penetrating the absolute weakest point of your building or your vehicle's defense.
Moving on to Part 2, how advanced tinting works.
To really understand how advanced window film fixes this, we first have to deconstruct sunlight itself. Because sunlight isn't just one thing, it's essentially made up of three main elements. First, there's visible light. That's the part we can actually see, and of course, the part we want to keep. Second, there's infrared radiation. This is the invisible part we feel as heat. And third, ultraviolet radiation, the stuff that gives us sunburns and fades out our interiors. And this brilliantly illustrates the massive difference between the past and the present. You see, cheaper, older tints, they just dyed the glass darker to block the visible light, but they were absolutely terrible at stopping that infrared heat. Modern, high-quality films use advanced nanotechnology to specifically target and filter out the infrared and ultraviolet wavelengths that cause all that discomfort and damage, while still letting that beautiful, natural, visible light illuminate your space. It's a real game-changer.
Section 3. Choosing your film technology.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is seeing how specialized all these films have become depending on exactly what your goals are. Take a look at ceramic film. It uses non-conductive nanoceramics, which means it provides maximum heat block while staying highly visible. And incredibly importantly, because it's completely non-metallic, it guarantees zero interference with your GPS, your cell signal, or your tollway passes. Perfect for modern cars. Then you've got carbon film. That one is fantastic for daily commuters because it gives you this sleek, matte finish that literally never fades over time. Metallized film uses microscopic metal layers, giving you unmatched durability and glare reduction, super popular for commercial buildings. And finally, check out dual reflective film. This whole setup is engineered specifically for homes. It gives you a reflective outer layer for daytime privacy, but a subtle inner layer so you can still maintain those clear, beautiful nighttime views of your neighborhood.
Now, you might be thinking, hey, can I just take the exact same dark heat-blocking tint we put on the car and slap it onto my living room window? Actually, scratch that, you absolutely cannot. Automotive window films and residential films are engineered distinctly. They have completely different chemical and mechanical properties because at the end of the day, they have to interact with entirely different types of glass. Understanding this distinction is absolutely crucial so you don't accidentally ruin your home's expensive windows or void your warranties.
Part 4. Health, security, and savings.
So the crucial point is this massive number right here, 99%. Premium films block up to 99% of harmful UV rays. For a vehicle, this is what preserves your expensive leather interiors, your dashboards, and your upholstery from cracking and fading over time. And that directly protects the resale and trade-in value of your car. For a home, it acts as a shield, protecting your beautiful hardwood floors, delicate fabrics, and luxury furniture from irreversible sun damage.
But wait, there is an equally impressive number right behind it, 80%.
These advanced architectural films can reject up to 80% of total solar energy before it even has a chance to penetrate your glass. Think about what that does to your energy bills. By drastically reducing all that solar heat gain, you massively lower the mechanical strain on your HVAC system. Your compressor just cycles way less frequently. This doesn't just lower your immediate monthly utility costs. It actually extends the lifespan of your highly expensive air conditioning equipment. To put that into perspective, we're talking about saving property owners thousands and thousands of dollars over a decade just in delayed replacement cycles.
But hey, let's not forget the most important asset you're protecting here: your own health. Dermatologists are constantly warning us about the dangers of prolonged UV exposure. If you're commuting in places like Southern California or Texas, spending hours and hours behind the wheel every single week, that sun exposure baking through the driver's side window leads to premature skin aging and significantly spikes your risk of skin cancer. Having this film professionally applied to your vehicle or your home is essentially like applying a permanent layer of SPF 1000 sunscreen directly to your glass. You get all the psychological joy of natural sunlight without the very real, physical risks of ultraviolet radiation.
And the benefits extend right into physical security, too. Darker automotive tints prevent prying eyes from spotting a laptop bag or a purse forgotten in your back seat, which acts as a seriously powerful deterrent against smash-and-grab thefts. In homes and offices, reflective or frosted films completely block outsiders from viewing your private spaces. But here is the real kicker: a highly practical, structural benefit. The incredibly strong adhesive used in professional window film actually holds shattered glass together. If a window is ever struck by flying storm debris or an intruder tries to force entry, the film acts as a flexible shield. The glass might crack, sure, but it stays locked in the frame. That slows down entry and keeps dangerous, jagged shards from flying into the room.
Let's move to and see how this builds once you actually pull the trigger on an installation. It's really important to set some expectations about the curing process, because right after the film is applied, it doesn't instantly achieve its final state. In warm climates, automotive films typically cure within about 3 to 5 days. However, those thicker, heavy-duty architectural films that get applied to homes and commercial offices, those can take up to 30 days to fully cure. During this timeline, it is completely normal, I repeat, completely normal, to see a slight haziness or even tiny little water pockets. Don't panic. Those are going to evaporate naturally as that advanced adhesive securely and permanently bonds to the glass.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a question to ponder the next time you step into your sweltering car or sit down in your sunlit living room. Are your windows actively protecting you, or are they just letting the outside in? We've seen today that the intense heat and the relentless glare absolutely do not have to dictate your comfort anymore. With a simple, scientifically advanced upgrade, you can radically transform your space, protect your health, and seriously lower your energy bills. So take a look around your own daily environment and consider how this incredible technology might just be the simple upgrade you've been looking for. Thanks so much for joining me today, and keep exploring.